President and CEO of Intelligent Concrete.
I'm David Harris. I'm the Principal Engineer for Intelligent Concrete.
And today we are going to be starting our 494 week. Well, recording our 494 week, I guess it will hit next week. Anyways, exciting things coming all about the 494, why we do it, QA, QC with it, and I think a lot of people forget about that part, which is so important.
Yeah, 494, a very important ASTM spec. It's massive, but it's also highly needed.
Yes, absolutely.
My favorite is your story when you came back from some conference where some university didn't know that they had to be CCRL certified.
Maybe.
Was it a conference?
You know, it was a lunch at a conference, yes.
Ah.
I assume that turned out quite poorly for a handful of people.
Well, yeah, after about a half-hour discussion, I just stated that that's all good, but you can't use any of that data.
Oh,
man. That stings.
That stings like a champ.
Yeah, it's not a very nice story.
No.
But, 494 is highly regulated, it's highly
Right.
specified, but it's also highly needed and highly respected.
Absolutely. So yeah, look forward to that coming up in a couple of days here.
Why do you think it needs to be done by because let the truth be known, the two people on camera right now hate CCRL. Not 1077, but the process.
Correct. Yes.
They can be difficult to deal with. They are red pen people. They come to find errors and mistakes and problems.
Well, yeah, it's part of the recurring revenue stream.
Yeah, absolutely, it is.
So why do you two think, and this will be the last question, I promise I'll shut it down, CCRL is necessary for this? Do you think it's necessary for the 494?
I do, just mixed feelings. I feel like there has to be some level of checks and balances to verify that it's a reputable lab. So I don't necessarily agree that it should be CCRL, but that's what the standard calls for, so we just deal.
Standard doesn't call for CCRL. Standard calls for ASTM C.
Right, 1077 certified lab. So, yeah.
CCRL is the only game in town.
Right, they are. That being said, though, I feel like you need to make sure that the lab is on the up and up, that you are actually getting the data that is being produced. I mean, yeah.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. If I want to drive down the highway, I need a driver's license. To get a driver's license, I need to be tested and certified that I can drive. If I want to be a professional engineer, I have to be certified. I have to take
Not just put a name tag on that says PE.
Take a god-awful test,
Right.
8-9 hour test, pass that, pass the state board. So CCR is the same way. If you want to be certified,
Right.
You've got to be certified.
You jump through the hoops, but
if you're not certified, if you just hang a shingle outside your office, I mean, it's not very credible.
I kind of like that idea, though.
I do.
like shingles.
I want to hang a shingle now that you said that.
Not the disease shingles, but the physical shingles.
Sure, of course not. Diseased shingles. So I guess this just leads into something else. I was in a lab last week where they were breaking samples, and one thing I noticed, apparently the head of the non-movable portion was actually unscrewed.
Yikes.
So there was like a maybe quarter-inch gap, so there was a lot of give. And what was that doing to the threads? And the other thing, when I looked around the machine, guess what I didn't find?
A certification.
And what was the third thing I found from the machine?
A whole bunch of concrete around the outside of it.
It was on wheels.
Oh, yikes.
The one thing that I find, see, these two cannot stand CCRL, and I think it's all right.
Yeah, because you say, Whitney and David, you deal with it.
Yeah.
Your problem.
Yeah, but when it comes to the inspection,
That's
I'm
true.
the one
You are.
between the
Right,
crosshairs.
that is true.
I get what they're doing, and David's analogy about getting a driver's license, you also get your car inspected. CCRL, we have to do some form of an inspection every year.
Right.
Once a year, twice a year with them, with the mixes.
The mixes are twice a year.
And then they come in every 2 years. So, I mean, coming out back from this lab where the head was like unscrewed.
Right.
Okay.
Well, and that's a major safety hazard too. That's what makes me nervous. It's like that could just fall out and like really hurt somebody. Like smash a hand,
Well, and then
cause
where's
major
your
problems.
where's your data set?
Oh, totally.
And so that's what I asked.
secondary, but my first concern is like the safety of the employees. Like that's what makes me like, ah.
I asked the question, how do you know the accuracy? And they're
Sure.
like, well, we don't need to know that much accuracy. Like, as long as it's like 8,000, 9,000, 7,000, we're okay.
Yikes.
Those were the words.
Dude, that's frightening.
Anybody can break cylinders.
That's true.
Only a few can certify them for legal purposes.
Many are called, few are chosen.
I think that's reserved for the Marines or
Is
the
it?
Army.
I'm not sure. I like it though. Like
Right,
I
wrong
like
place.
it rings true.
I thought
Right?
that-
Thanks, David.
I thought that was good.
I
yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I
I like
appreciate
it.
that.
I'll be against y'all on this. Just like CCRL. All right, you want to close this out?
Yeah, thank you so much for joining. We've got some exciting stuff coming your way, so keep an eye out.
Yep. 494, critical, important for product development and product certification.
All right.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, have a good one. Go Concrete.
Yes.